Good morning, everyone. You are watching a Barnstable this morning. I'm Sarah Colvin, and I'm here with Ann Van Vleck of the Cape Cod Young Professionals. Good morning, Ann. And also joining us, Lisa McNeil of Cape Cod Volunteers, and we are talking about Together Cape Cod, which is the volunteer fair coming up. But before we get into talking about the volunteer fair and festival, Lisa, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Cape Cod Volunteers. What can you tell me about the organization?
Well, we're 3 years old, and our mission is to match people with meaningful volunteer opportunities, and we do that in several ways. We've got a website that has about 150 organizations listed with 200 opportunities. People can go there and search in a variety of ways. We also are in Harwich and Mashpee to meet people one-on-one to talk about their volunteer opportunities. Then we do training for nonprofit organizations around volunteer management, and then we promote volunteerism.
Wonderful. And they're really, just thinking of all of the nonprofit organizations that there are here on Cape Cod, I'm sure there is a huge need for volunteers and for well-trained volunteers.
There's a huge need for volunteers, and there's really something for everyone out there. You know, everything from office help to working on marketing campaigns to the traditional stuffing envelopes to baking pies for bake sales. There's really something for everyone.
Absolutely. And so in the time that you have been in existence, do you know off the top of your head, you know, how many people have volunteered? Are there a lot of people who are interested in becoming volunteers?
There are a lot of people who are interested, and just through our website and our opportunity centers, we have referred people about, in 2013, 1,100 referrals.
Wow.
So it doesn't mean everybody got the match that, you know.
Right, they were looking for.
Some people, you know, are looking at a variety of opportunities, and then they might pick one or two. And a lot of people are volunteering at more than one organization.
Great. So, Ann, talk to me a little bit, of course, we've had you on the show before talking about Cape Cod Young Professionals. Really, we've seen that organization grow a lot over the years. Talk to me about how you're involved with Cape Cod Volunteers.
We're really excited about collaborating with Cape Cod Volunteers and also with Cape Cod Healthcare on this event. As you know, our mission of connecting, engaging, and advancing young professionals, really, how can we develop solutions and opportunities for young professionals here on the Cape to help them stay and have great quality of life. We want to retain young professionals so that they can stay here and thrive and you know, have great jobs and raise families. We want to move really from the surviving to thriving. And this event made so much sense for us to be a part of, and we're so happy to be collaborating with these great organizations. We really want to give young professionals as many opportunities as possible to give back to the community, to get involved in that engagement piece. So our engage piece of our tagline is really about volunteerism, civic engagement, getting involved in board opportunities, but this made a lot of sense, and we're really excited to be getting as many of our members to this volunteer fair as possible.
Great, so let's talk a little bit about the volunteer fair and festival taking place this Saturday, April 5th, the Cape Codder, right here in Hyannis. Talk to me, why is it called a fair and a festival?
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. So I'll talk a little bit about, we have 60 nonprofits who are going to be there representing really their volunteer opportunities, anything that people can get involved in, from individuals, family opportunities to get involved. There's going to be a lot of hands-on activities, so it's going to be festive. I'll let Lisa talk more to the ways that people can actually give back that day. There's going to be music, balloons. It's going to be super fun, and then I'll talk about our little photo opportunity too in a minute.
Great.
So in festival, we really wanted to give the sense that it will be a fun day, age-friendly, all ages welcome, and encouraged to come. The hands-on volunteer projects that day, again, age-friendly, everything from making Veterans Day cards for veterans and scrapbooking for them, to making spring baskets and packing up socks and other things to send to our troops overseas. So it's going to be, I feel like that's going to add a lot of energy to the room as well. And then we'll also be announcing a million-hour challenge. And I don't want to say too much, but people will have to come that day to find out, to get on the ground floor.
Get more information about that. Well, just hearing the name Million Hour Challenge, I'm certainly intrigued by that.
Come on Saturday, April 5th.
So who is this geared towards? Who are you looking for to volunteer? Could it be anyone? Could it be school-age kids? Could it be retirees? Could it be everybody in between? Anybody with time to donate?
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we always say, that everybody has something to give. And this is a great way. Sometimes people are new to the area or they're new to volunteering, so they don't know how to get started. This is a great way to meet organizations and to really get a sense of what's available out there.
Absolutely.
I think, too, the organizations that are going to be there representing their nonprofit won't just be there spreading the word on what their nonprofit does. They're going to have very clear descriptions of the volunteer opportunities. And for those who might think, well, I don't have once a week to give, or I don't have, I don't want to spend my weekends volunteering, people have very specific opportunities. It could be a short-term project. It could be something you could do from home. So there are all sorts of ways to give back. So, and also for families. I know as a mom of 3 kids, I've looked oftentimes for things that either my children could do, or we could do as a family. So this is going to be a great way for people to go with their kids to find something that their entire family can do, spend a day, or an ongoing project. So I think it's going to be a really neat way for all ages. I mean, we've reached out to the high schools and the middle schools. We've reached out to the chambers of commerce. We're just spreading the word, literally Cape-wide, to anyone who's interested in giving back.
And as you mentioned, there's so many different opportunities. I think you said 60 different nonprofits are going to be represented, and I'm sure they run the gamut from animal organizations to everything. So can you talk a little bit about some of the nonprofits that are going to be represented at the volunteer fair?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they're sort of in 4 main categories: environmental and animals. Everybody loves animals. Arts and culture, community and civic organizations, and health and human services. And it really does run the gamut. From, well, we should also mention Cape Cod Healthcare is a part of this partnership. They're a big part of this partnership, and they'll be represented through their hospitals, their blood center, and their auxiliaries. But then there are local libraries that'll be represented, the Community Health Center of Cape Cod, Cultural Center of Cape Cod, and the Cotuit Center for the Arts, 3 bays. So it's really going to be a mix of all different kinds of organizations. Again, something for everyone, some short-term projects, some one-time projects. And I also wanted to mention, for students who need volunteer community service for graduation requirements, if they come that day and they volunteer, they'll get letters saying that they volunteered. But I think we also agree that for students, they can actually think about what they enjoy doing, what their hobbies are, what they're interested in for careers, and really find something that might lend to those things.
Absolutely. And so really, as part of the Volunteer Fair and Festival, I really see that you're trying to get a sense of fun and really engagement in getting people involved. And I understand you're going to have the chalkboard there for people to be able, so you brought that with you.
Let me show you. So it's next to the hands-on area. It's going to be a really fun corner where people can do the hands-on activity, young and old. I mean, it's a way to give back and contribute right then and there. And then next to it, and of course we're going to have photographers all around the room taking pictures, but this is going to be an opportunity for people to, can you see that all right?
Yes.
Well, of course, it's the bottom can be specific to whatever the person, what comes from the heart or how the person feels. But a couple opportunities to put I volunteer because, and just to talk to really the importance of giving back and really how volunteering not only benefits the organization for which you're volunteering, but also it really just feels good. It's a really important thing to do. And then we're also going to have one for some of the nonprofits that will be going around saying, I love my volunteers because.
Wonderful.
Because so many of these organizations, CCYP, for example, we're a staff of 2. We have over 80 hardworking volunteers. And we couldn't do the work that we're doing. And I know so many volunteer or nonprofit organizations couldn't do their work without their volunteers. So it's a reciprocal, day to just appreciate and get engaged and get involved. So we're really excited about it. So it's great to be a part.
So again, it's coming up on Saturday, April 5th from 11:30 to 2. Is this something that people can come and just experience for a little while? Can they stay for the whole thing? How does it work?
So the idea is for people to come in, and really we want to give them an opportunity to go around and see as many of the nonprofits that are there. We will have a stamp card and some raffle prizes, so people can go around and get the stamps from various nonprofits and then be entered to win some really exciting raffle prizes. We're also going to have free food, which I know is a big draw for people, right? So really great food from the Cape Codder, and they've done a great job. We're excited to have them hosting. So people can come and stay as long as they'd like, but I would think people should come and expect at least to spend an hour, but bring the family and feed your family and see a lot of the really great organizations that are here making a difference on the Cape.
Great. So anything else that you guys would like to get out there to let people know about what's going on?
Well, just again to encourage families to come. Some of the organizations like AmeriCorps and one of the other environmental organizations are doing some hands-on craft projects for especially kids.
Great.
So there'll be plenty for children to do at the fair.
And I love the idea of families volunteering together and finding opportunities to do that. I think it's a great way for the parents to get involved and to teach their kids about giving back to the community.
Right.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, Ann and Lisa, thank you so much for joining us today, and hopefully we will see you on Saturday, April 5th at the Cape Codder. Thank you so much. My guests today have been Ann Van Vleck of Cape Cod Young Professionals and Lisa McNeil of Cape Cod Volunteers. Again, together Cape Cod, the 2014 Volunteer Fair and Festival taking place at the Cape Codder Resort Saturday, April 5th. For more information, you can go to ccvolunteers.org. For Barnstable This Morning, I'm Sarah Colvin.